Underdawg Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Keep on persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking these scriptures just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believed in life. I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like I said, I'm energy driven.
Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or are you gonna move up?
We're the bangers. For the bangers.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
Cut her ass off if she get that, I can reread.
Yo, what it do, good people? It's your host Fleetwood JR from the Underdawg Podcast, and we back at it again. We got another exclusive right now. This is season 5, episode 10, featuring Master Stylist, featuring College Park's own JettaTheeBarber. You feel me? Bring it in right now. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I almost slipped up on that. I was supposed to say College Park. I done said College Park. I done been listening to too much music.
You know what I'm saying? It depends.
You gotta forgive me. I'm from Florida, so you know. All we do is we was listening to all that stuff early on. But how you feeling today?
I feel great. I had a great day. Woke up peaceful. It's beautiful outside. Birds chirping through the windows because it's like perfect temperature to have the windows open.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
good at my grandma's house. Came home and took me out. Snap.
Okay.
Had to give me a nap before I did this thing.
Nah, I know the feeling for real. Start to Sunday, I'll go get a plate from grandma's house. You feel me? Like it's a must.
When you go look at my story, I got several plates. My grandma be throwing down.
I was so though. So welcome to the Underdawg Podcast. You know, it's an honor to have you on. Appreciate you taking time out your schedule to kick it with us. You know, but first and foremost, as we push like the importance of knowing ourselves, like who is JettaTheeBarber, you know, as a person aside from being a master stylist / barber kid.
So first off, come on. Don't do that. First off, I'm JettaTheeBarber stylist. So I'm a bit of both. What you want me to say? I mean, like, what you asking me? Like,
yeah, like what type of vibe you bringing in the room? Like, who are you? You feel me? Like when you come around, what's the energy like?
Okay. First off, I'm gonna read the energy before I come in the room. So 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy, I'm bubbly. Everywhere I go, you know what I'm saying, I'm interested in meeting new people, being around different people. I'm cool with mostly everybody, but you know, there are some, you know, people that don't really interact with me. But I don't know what to say. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person. You know what I'm saying? Until you rub me the wrong way, then I'm out of there.
Nah, facts. I mean, everybody don't deserve your energy and your presence. So I mean, hey, that's on them. They missed the opportunity. That's their personal problem.
Right, exactly.
We ain't meant to please everybody, you know. So.
Yeah, I'm a real positive person. Whatever room I'm going into, whatever situation I'm going into, I think that it's meant for me, and trying to see why the, you know what I'm saying, universe bring me through that area or whatever. I'm picking up something from each and every situation that I go through. So I just try to go in there with a positive attitude.
Nah, for real, I respect that. So as 2024 creeping on by, you feel me? Like, how has this year been treating you thus far? Like, what are some things you learned last year that helped prepare you for this year?
Well, you know what? The quarter is over tomorrow. So first quarter is over tomorrow. I will say y'all gonna fight right here. For real. That's where you're gonna be. My the goddamn construction bees that be on my porch, they want to be in the camera too, so don't mind those. Anyway, as the first quarter is ending, I think that I did better than I did last year. I'm always improving a little bit every year. Generally, I want to say the first quarter is kind of slow for barbers and stylists because people are just getting out of the holiday season or they spend all their money on Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff. But I'm doing it decent and stay afloat, you know what I mean? And this gonna be my year 6. A
Okay,
6 year
then.
thing. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only right that I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little bit better than I did last year, you know what I mean?
Nah, for real, I hear that, and congratulations
Mhm.
on the 6th year. You know, and the year that you keep going with something you doing. You know what I mean? You gotta pat yourself on the back because most people don't fall all the way through it. You know, you gotta keep the vision alive and what you doing. So,
Yeah.
definitely. So, can you tell me about, College Park, where you grew up? Like, what was, Jetta the Barber's perspective through your eyes, of the city, and like what was your surroundings like, and how you think, everything contributed, the influence where you at today?
hmm So, I think one thing because of my mom moving so much and, we moved a whole lot. Like, I was definitely in a different place, probably, man, I ain't gonna hold you, every other year, if not every year. But we stayed in this area predominantly
Yeah.
because this is where my mom's from and this is where her father is from. So, you know what I mean, we kind of familiar, with the area, and I think that's a like to be comfortable. She like to be comfortable. So being bouncing from place to place definitely made me a people person. I think they can do either or, you know what I'm saying? It can make you a person that's not willing to make friends or a person that's able to make friends with everybody. But me bouncing around everywhere, that definitely helped me build a charismatic type of personality where I'm able to interact with mostly anybody, you know what I'm saying? And too, College Park is a funny kind of place. I mean, well, a lot of places are like this, but there's a side of College Park that's real hood rich, you know what I'm saying? It's you got the old net side, Gabby Road side, then you have the historic side, and both of them hood rich. I ain't gonna hold you, but on the side I'm in now, it's kind of gentrified, and honestly, it's been kind of gentrified for a while. Um, we had a white mayor for about 150 years, I think. His grandfather was the mayor before, and then he was the mayor for several I guess sessions or terms. He was mayor for a long time. But anyway, this area is funny because it's like $1 million homes on this side, and then you got the real small houses that are not as expensive. You know what I'm saying? You still got College Park projects, and like right down the street you got Woodward Academy that's like 17 bands a semester. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's made me be able to, like I said, interact with business side, the hood side, the cool side, the artsy side, all of them.
Nah, that's real, and that gentrification is so real. Like when you say that, because it's the same as and in most cities got where predominantly where it used to be predominantly black, the hood and everything. They now you see the Asians walking through, white folk over here. It
Mhm.
just makes it start. That's why I try to tell most of my close people when I talk to them, like, man, bro, where we grew up at, whatever, and what we consider was the hood and what people be holding on to, where I'm from, this and that. Bro, 15, 20 years, maybe even 10. We watching Orlando just turn into a whole new city now. Like, spot,
And listen,
yeah, like it's gonna be dead. So you gonna be sitting there talking, we don't own none of that stuff. Y'all don't
mhm,
never forget what made you, but it's like, what's next? Like, cause this
yeah,
shit gonna keep running. They doing their
yeah.
thing. So it's like, but I feel like, as a whole, we just collaboratively, we all gotta just build together.
I mean, I will say that about my neighborhood though. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is gentrified,
Yeah.
um, and it's been, you know what I'm saying, it's continuously a thing, you know what I'm saying, where the families, you know, grandparents are staying in the house and you know, nobody want to fix the house up, so they sell it off to some, you know,
Man.
some construction company or some contractor or something like that to redo the house and put somebody else in it. But I will say, however, with the spot that I'm in, it has been successful Black people that are buying these houses. So it's still, you know what I'm saying, has the Black culture in it. It's just you know what I'm saying, a higher income who might be taking over. So I'm glad to, and I'm proud to see that, you know what I'm saying, we do have the young Black, you know, the young Black people that are moving into these houses that are gentrifying just to keep it, you know what I'm saying, I guess, leveled out, balanced, if you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm appreciative of that. But you know, like I said, it's keeping it balanced because they do care about the neighborhood and what goes on. And I'm in our little, they got a Facebook group where they talk about different things, and you just got to stay on it, stay informed about what's going on in the neighborhood. If you know what I'm saying, you truly want to be a part of the changes and the things that aren't changing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what matters the most too. They always say, you know, in your city and all that, that's where you want to put your vote in at, because you can really stop people from, you know, you have more control and leverage, you know, where you stay at.
Absolutely, absolutely. And on a local level,
Mm.
our first Black mayor, actually, shout out to Bianca. That's literally her name. Her name is Mayor Bianca. So Mayor Bianca be on the too. Should we say something, or if they say something, I don't really post too much and I just be reading stuff. But they post something in the Facebook group, Shawty gonna say something. She gonna be like, hey, we're gonna try to do this or that or whatever the case is. But you know what I'm saying? She's the first Black mayor. She cool. She's not like one of those over preppy types or ones,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, taking
You
over
know,
the neighborhood and nothing like that. She just wanna, you know, shit, matter of fact, you catch her riding the bike down the street. She
yeah,
cool. Yeah, she
for
cool.
real. Nah, she
Mhm.
come from a good background like that. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't old Nat. When you speaking of old Nat, it's some great food down there. That whole strip swinging. Like
Oh
speak,
shit. Mhm.
speaking of that, like what are some of your favorite things to do, you know, when you on that side or go grab something to eat, you know, just for the people that ain't from here?
So what I would say about Old National is that if you're trying to go outside, that's probably the best way to go
Mm.
outside. But me personally, I'm gonna go down to the 50-yard line. Well, back in the day, it ain't the same way now. Shit, I got older now.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I heard of that. It's in the plaza, right?
Yeah, the 50-yard line at the end. It's down there towards 138. It's right down the corner of 138.
Uh,
So it's a lot of places on there to go, man. It's, you know what I'm saying, you literally can just drive down the street and pick whatever place you want to go to. You want a club hop, you can do that. A lot of places you don't charge you to get in, so you can go. We got a couple of nice little clubs or whatever on there. What I will say though is this is as a, you know what I'm saying, a older goddamn college parky in, is that them niggas ain't got no goddamn car insurance, and you need to drive for everybody on that motherfucking street. Cause them niggas be driving crazy, especially after 3-4 o'clock. These niggas running lights. They running lights. And College Park and South Fulton gonna be on your ass. So
yeah,
do it at your own risk. Have fun though. The
yeah,
food good too. The food is good. You know what I'm saying? You can go pretty much anywhere and get you some good food. Ain't gonna hold you. They finna tax your ass on the goddamn gratuity shit. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Go have you a good time, blow you a little shit, get drunk, get home safe.
Shout out to the crowd pot too. My first experience was over there because I was staying in Camp Creek. So the first,
Okay.
like, my little outing was always on Old National. So it's
Yeah.
like that's why it was a good experience out there. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so what are some of your earliest memories from your hometown, and how do you think they shaped your perspective of life? You know.
Um, um, my greatest memories.
Yeah, what's some of your good memories though that you just, you know, when a person talk about their city and you know you get flashbacks or you know
Ooh,
going hell there where you did, you know, your first moments and stuff that just, you know, you always gonna hold on to your city for, you know.
Well, I mean, shoot, to be honest with you, it's probably like my cousins. When I was young, and let me say this too, is that College Park is really close to East Point and Hateville, and we don't stay over there, all those areas. So like the whole Tri-Cities area, well, that's what they call Tri-Cities. It's
Yeah.
Hateville, College Park, and East Point. So, my mama and her sisters and brothers all stayed over in the same area. So me having fun with my cousins in that area was, you know, kind of most of the memories. It's just always going to being able to go to family house whenever, and you know what I'm saying, having fun with them. As a child. As I got older, I wasn't in the streets like that, but I was definitely like, you know what I'm saying, I was independent. I was able to get to hear from there because, Onesh got all the buses and stuff like that, so I was able to move around. But I wasn't just from Old National though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my mom moved around a lot. So I stayed out 314 off of Riverdale Road. I stayed over there too. So like I said, I wasn't in the streets like that. I think because my mom had some, you know what I'm saying, her brothers was always in some street shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she tried to keep me and my brother and sister out of all of that, you know what I'm saying, as much as she could. I'm the only one she raised all the way up until, 18 when it's time for me to leave. My brother and sister, she ain't raised so much. So that, they have a different perspective. But as far as me, I did watch my mom go from here to there. I still think about that shit that too, cause I'm like, damn. I mean, when did they have CPNs back in the day? Cause my mom show went from spot to spot to spot. Like,
Man,
I don't know what kind of paperwork you had to do back in the day, but shit.
I think back in the day, how they be saying how easy. I don't think they were just up to date with because it's always somebody figuring something out on them. Now it's like technology done solved all that stuff for them.
Man, listen, I'm folks getting serious about that shit now though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't but an iPhone pen away from them knowing what's going on.
Right. If that, goddamn, somebody know. It take a lot to do, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we say a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah. So speaking on family, like what role, did the family play in shaping like your identity and your values, what you stand on?
I ain't gonna hold you. I was the oldest of my siblings.
Yeah.
Oldest of all my siblings. And I watched my mama raise 3 kids by herself. So that made me like independent. I was already independent because I was the oldest. I had to do a lot that my brothers and sisters didn't have to do. Made me I was a leader automatically coming out the womb, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I might have been the person to to jump off the cliff to see what would happen, you know what I'm saying? And they'll see what happened to me,
Yeah.
Even still now, I'm kind of like a renegade a little bit. I'm not gonna really go by the rules. And my family is not on my mom's side, but my dad's side. I feel like they're real structured over there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I rebelled against that. And with me rebelling against the structure, I felt that I had to prove that my way would work. You know what I'm saying? So I did whatever it took to make my way work. For them to be like, oh, well, if you don't do this, this gonna happen and that gonna happen. I was just making sure that shit didn't happen. So I'd be like, even though I'm not gonna do this, like go to a 4-year college or whatever the case, I can still be a successful adult. And I did it. So I think I'm decent. I'm decent. I'm doing good for myself.
I feel that, because sometimes, I don't know with parents like coming up, sometimes it be too controlling, but it's like you gotta figure stuff out. You know what I mean? It's just like, and I'm just like gonna move on how I feel about it, But when I do it, I understand what's going on. I ain't just doing it just all right, let me see what happens. Like I done plan this out and let's see how this work,
You gotta make it work. You got to.
Yeah, for real. So you know, you had any like influential figures or role models in your family, like anybody in your community, you know, that inspired you, you know, like
Absolutely, absolutely. My grandmama and my auntie both were stylists. My auntie was a stylist until she retired,
okay,
and so I mean, I kind of already knew how to braid hair as a child.
yeah,
But when I went to school to be a barber, I went to school to be a barber. Yeah, I was taking a different route. Like I said, being a little rebellious. I felt like I already knew the cosmetology portion, so I was just like, let me go for something I don't know how to do. And they definitely inspired me. My mom got her license when she was in her early 20s. My grandmama and my auntie both got their cosmetology license. So I was like, shoot, it do look like it could be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's just about maintaining and staying and being consistent. And eventually you'll, you know what I'm saying, progress, and you'll be able to take care of yourself with the work, with that field.
yeah, it sounds like you're running a family, you know, and what's crazy, you know, that's like an entrepreneur too, in a sense, because you know that if anything to pass down, you know, it's like show you how to you can make your money, like yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
that's real.
Mhm.
So, like, what's some key lessons and values, you know, that you carry with you today, you know, that you reflect on from your upbringing, you know, that you still carry today, like you apply to your life right now.
Shoot, I honestly feel like the hustle mentality is in you. You know what I'm saying? It's in you from a young age. You either got it or you don't. There's people that's meant to be workers, and there's people who's meant to be, you know, management, upper management, or entrepreneurs, or there's people that is meant to be buyers, and people that's meant to be sellers. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I feel like I had that, you know, entrepreneurial spirit in me at a young age. I think a lot of us start off selling candy, you know what I mean, in
Yeah,
school, and I definitely was doing that. It was a short period of time where I was in foster care, and we only got $7 a month to do everything, to buy everything, like all of our toiletries or whatever the stuff we needed. So I definitely took that money and bought candy from the dollar store. Some things I purchased, some things I didn't purchase. We bought enough to sell, you know what I'm saying? And but you know, at one point I was making like $75 to $100 a day in like middle school, high school. Well, no, in high school. So shoot, from that point on, I feel like I've always wanted to sell something. I always wanted to sell either a service or some items to, you know what I'm saying, accrue cash. And eventually, after working for other people for a minute and understanding the relationship that I was having with managers and people over me, I realized I was like, man, I can't have nobody running me. I
right.
gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because they will take over your life. And sometimes the relationships managers have with their employees be so
Mm.
roguish, like,
That'd
you
be
know what I'm
weird.
saying? People be understanding that they got control over your life for real, and will say some crazy shit to you and be like, well, I could take your whole livelihood away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, fuck no, I can't keep doing this shit. So that be helping me just, you know what I'm saying, push forward and just make my money.
Nah, for real. I hear all that because I'm like people that act like that, man. I be feeling like they miserable or something because they feel like they ain't made it. Then they just
Right.
or they got something personally going on in their life, but when they get to that job, they a whole different person than what they
Yeah.
really is. You know,
Yeah, the managers
crazy.
and stuff like that. I mean, shoot, I don't have some cool managers, and I'm very
Yeah.
understanding, especially when it comes to perspectives, different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? That manager might have a manager over them that's hounding them, and that's on their back about getting their people in order, or getting their people in line, or making them sell more, or whatever the case is. I think what really out to me specifically that made me just go like jump was, um, I was working at Sharon Williams. You ever heard of Sharon Williams?
Yeah,
Pretty
the
sure.
little paint place.
Yeah, the paint company. Yeah, I had worked there for like 5 years, and I couldn't move up in management because I didn't have a bachelor's degree. You had to have a bachelor's degree.
Oh, they be
So,
playing with that
right.
stuff.
Right. So you'll stay stagnant until your back broke because you're picking up big ass 5-gallon buckets and shit. You know what I'm saying? But they won't let you move up. And I remember it, like I was almost in my 5th year, and I went and interviewed for the MCP program, which is Manager and Training Program, and I didn't get it. And I was like, I didn't know exactly what the district manager had against me or whatever, but I felt like I didn't have the personality they wanted to use me. You know what I'm saying? To be able to use me. I felt like, they would probably be like, okay, we ain't gonna be able to tell her to do shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be able to give her real guidance because she headstrong. So at that point, I was like, hey, well, I want to go to college. And the way that the hours was set up, I couldn't go to college and work for them at the same time, even though I had been with them for 5 years. And they wasn't really willing to work with my schedule. So it was either I stay and be stagnant with these niggas more,
Yeah.
or I go, take this journey and see what happens. And you know what I'm saying? The point is to make more than I was making with them. And I did that. Go find a job that you're making more money than you was there. And I did that. So then that's when I started working at Spine Davis, and I made a certain dollar amount. You make a lot of money working there. So it set my standard a little bit higher. And it was the same thing. I got to a certain point where I was just like, I don't want to be ran. Like, I don't want to be, they're using my personality. They're using my social skills. They're using my tenacity to make them a hell of a lot of money. I should take my shit and go use it for myself and make myself this same amount of money plus more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what pushed me. Really, them not giving me my way. Goddamn it! I was like, okay, well, shit. They like, it's either highway or the highway, and I'm like, shit, fuck it, I'm gonna get on the highway. You know what I mean?
Figure it out. Put it out.
Yeah.
Real. So walk me through your journey becoming a barber and a hairstylist. Like, what initially inspired and drew you into this passion, like lifestyle?
So I want to say I was the stylist part before, like, kind of like I said, that was kind of in me already. My mama taught me how to braid hair when I was like 6. I was braiding hair on my little baby dolls and stuff like that. And then my baby sister, who is like 6 years younger than me, when she was coming up, I would braid her hair. She would sit there and let me do that shit too. So I would practice on her. So by the time I was in high school, they was wearing like what I call them scatter braids, but they were just like braids that had a whole bunch of different designs in them. So by the time I was in high school, I was doing people's hair in my mama's living room for $10 for they whole braid, their whole head. Man. Oh shit. Anyway, so I was doing braids, and then once I got out of high school, I bullshitted for a year. Then I went to Atlanta Tech.
Yeah.
And then after I went there, started school, dropped out a year later. I did like all the core classes. I dropped out a year later. And then I was a waitress for another, I'm going to say probably like 7, 8 years, working at Sherwin-Williams for 5. And I went back to school because I was like, I want to do this. What happened was I wanted a mohawk like Cassie had. P. Diddy old girlfriend. The light skinned girl. She had the little side shaved off on the side. And I was like, man, shit, I'm finna get my side shaved. So I told my boyfriend to give me his barber information. I went to his barber jacked my shit up. He messed it up real bad.
Yeah.
Bad. I had to go to another barber. Went to a barber. I was like, hey, you think you could fix this? I was explaining to him all the issues that I had. And he was like, yeah, I got you. And he messed it up even more. So the third time, I was like, I'm going to just part where I want my mohawk to be, and then they can cut it. At that moment, I felt like I might be able to do this shit much better than they can. Because why am I going through all of this? I'm just going to everybody telling me they could do it, and they really can't do it. The jump was crazy. So I was like, I'm finna go learn how to do this, because that when I went to school initially, the first time I told you I had dropped out, I had started school as a cosmetologist, but I didn't want to, I had went to my first class, and it was a whole bunch of pretty girls, and they was all cute and makeup and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't fit in here. So I switched my major from cosmetology to barbering. And when I went to barbering, it was a whole bunch of dudes, which I was like, okay, cool, I can vibe in this because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Some girls it work better with dudes, and some girls work better with females, whatever the case is. But I just felt more comfortable in the barbering class, and then like I said, fast forward to about 8 years later, I went back and I went to straight to barbering because I had already did my core classes. And once I did the barbering part, I thrived in it. You know what I'm saying? And then too, I was a little bit older, so I was moving with purpose. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be there. I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to finish. I wanted to excel. I wanted to make more money than I was making at all of these different places I had worked at. So it pushed me to finish and actually become a barber. And so I went, like I said, I was at Tech. I did probably like 18 months. And then I graduated. I became a barber.
Nah, I would have saw you stayed down and fulfilled your purpose and got it done for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it took some time too. Definitely had to make some mistakes and waste the bullshit some time out.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
stay down. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So like when it comes to barbering and styling, like what sets you apart from others, in the industry?
Okay. Yeah, so I consider myself a barber stylist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I made the word up. I'm pretty sure people have used that before me, but so what it is with me is that I can actually do a haircut, and I can actually do locks, and I can actually do braids, and I can actually flat iron some hair. Now, I mostly do locks, braids, and fades. That's my slogan. But because you know what I'm saying, I went to school for, everything. Like I could do, at barbering, they teach you how to do perm rods. They teach you how to do perms. They teach you how to do dye. They teach you how to do everything. So it's up to you whether you use it. It's just like a lot of barbers get into the industry and then they only cut hair. They actually teach you how to braid and they teach you how to do locks in the barbering book as well. It's just that I've kind of already had that foundation. So I stuck, I kept with it and progressively grew from doing it. And so now it's like I'm a one-stop shop. That's the difference. Is that a person can come to me and get their hair braided and get a line up by the same person. Or they get their locks done, they get a fade by the same person.
Yeah.
So
all in one-stop shop. That's talent stacking because they all go together.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I like doing it too. You know what I'm saying? I love, the relationships that I built with different people. But yep, that's my specialty is being a one-stop shop.
Nah, for real. So can you share some of the challenges you faced, when first starting out and how you overcame them?
Man, of course. I'm a girl that cuts hair.
Yeah.
Hands down. This out the rip. Yeah. As soon as you walk in the door. And then not only that is I'm not a stud. I'm like a feminine girl. Yeah. So it was like, they walk in and be like, you the only person in there. They be like, is there any barbers in here? You be like, nigga. So I got to. So with the first barbershop I worked at, it was all girls. It was me, my homegirl Ev, this girl named Lucky, and this girl named Whit. And we all worked in the same shop. So that kind of helped me with building up some type of clientele because at this point, you walking into the barbershop and you like, there are only girls. This is a barbershop. So you assume, you know what I'm saying? Y'all must know how to cut hair if y'all in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me build my clientele. But eventually, I ended up leaving that barbershop and going to one off Cleveland Avenue. And
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, I came back to my side of town. So shoot, yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge. Not only that is other barbers too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you mean like a little, just it being a competitive industry, somewhat, or I don't know. But at the same time, barbering is just like a nursery because everybody need it. It's always gonna be a need. Like, ain't nobody gonna just say, I don't need my haircut no more. Like your hair gonna keep growing back, or you might want to get something else done. Like
Right. So now I would say, shoot, just not, you know what I'm saying, taking you serious, you know, as a female.
yeah.
But then again, shoot, I like the challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, I love when people tell me I can't do something, because then it's gonna make me go even harder. And then too, I'm usually in male predominant industries.
Yeah.
So when I was working at Sharon Williams for 5 years, I had already had that problem. So I was low key used to it. I wasn't sensitive to you don't know what you're talking about. And then you know what I'm saying, now I'm finna school your ass on all the stuff you think I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm finna school you, and then you might go and ask somebody else, and that person will come back around and ask me. You know what I'm saying, to help you or to give them answers because you don't want to be bothered with me. I had
Yeah.
to learn. I built up tough skin in that situation. So once I got to the actual barbering part, it wasn't no big deal. I just had to learn to not be sensitive to, you know what I'm saying, people in their comments, and let my work show for itself. I couldn't. We ain't doing a whole bunch of talking. You either want me to cut your hair, you don't. You can look at my portfolio and see what I've done, you know, or you can just go to somebody else, and that's okay too.
Matter of fact, while you just said that, look at the portfolio. You feel me? I want to show everybody too what's going on. You feel me? So
Yeah, what you
you got a whole lot of everything going. You feel me? Get your hair unit. You feel me? You get all that going on. She
Oh my
specialized
God,
in
I
that
didn't even
too.
know I was there. Look at you.
You
I
feel
mean, no,
me?
this is on my website. Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Those are
On game.
those are glueless hair replacements. These are different shirts I got for sale.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
yeah, we got everything going on. You feel me?
Locks, yep.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go in there and fix that because people had questions.
Yeah.
I'm glad you went through that.
Oh yeah, I had it all together. We ready.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Yeah, she want to style you up too.
Yeah, I need to go through there and do that. Add some more stuff for that.
Mm-hmm. Stop playing. The master stylist. We can keep going. But yeah, make sure y'all head over to the Instagram. Is it Salt or Sugar? You feel me? Click up in our bio. Oh, shout out to EA Longway too. You feel me? For West Atlanta, Florida. He asked if you can do wigs.
Oh yeah, I do wigs. I do wigs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I keep thinking about the transition. It's just the Florida in me. I
Me?
might want to do it.
Listen, it's up to you.
Yeah,
Shoot, you know what I'm saying? That's the commitment too, you know what I'm saying? But you got locks, so shoot, it's staying the same.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
The same. The locks and the wigs. But yes, I do wigs, I do locks, braids, fades.
Okay then.
Yep.
So, like, have you always known that you wanted to at least work in the beauty industry, or was it discovery made later in life? Like, you felt like after going through them experiences of working with people, you know, you was just like, I'm gonna just do it, or you felt like you was gonna do something? Like,
I initially wanted to be a fashion designer. I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to
yeah,
be a fashion designer. I became a barber stylist because I was good at it, you know, and I enjoyed doing it because shoot, I was doing it to make money a lot. And I was making money is what I learned in school though, is that I wasn't charging enough. Like
yeah,
the stuff that I was good at, I'm decent at it, and I'm charging too less of a price and get aggravated with something that's taking me a little while, or you know, people asking for extra this and that, you know what I'm saying? And nigga, you already paying $40, you know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
already paying a little bit of money for it. So shoot, I was just like, shoot, I had to go to school and perfect that shit. But I already knew how to do it. It was something that was already in me. Yeah. I did, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't as a child like, ooh, I'm gonna be a barber stylist. No, I was like, I want to be a fashion designer. But I do feel like it's kind of like a path towards that. Not
yeah,
necessarily being a fashion designer, but a stylist in some way. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's still creative. It all, you know, because you coming up with it. Still, you got to come up with it, design it, you know, think of, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, it definitely fit. Just
Yep.
another way of it. What you enjoy most about the work you do, you know, as a barber or a stylist? Like,
Talking to people. I do like the before and after though. I ain't gonna hold you. When I got somebody that come in looking crazy, and then when they leave, they ready to do all the errands. You know how niggas do. Get their head up. Now they gotta go to the grocery store. They gotta go to the post office. They gotta make all these stuff. I'm like, there you go. Get out there, goddamn. Show off my stuff.
Don't even want nothing out the stove. Just going through there, just cuz.
Exactly. I love that. I love, you know what I'm saying, people getting ready for their day and they finna get ready to go outside and I be bringing them back. It's some situations that I don't put on my social media, you know what I'm saying, because for people's privacy or whatever. But baby, like even like that lady you had that was my first picture, that was the before and after picture. Shoot. It just be like you take nothing and turn it into something. You be like, move. Look at my, you know what I'm saying? My monster is woke up, you know what I'm saying? Like look what I created. I be feeling like an evil scientist in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy that. And I also enjoy talking to my clients. Like I've built up some good relationships with my people, like with my clients, and that's what kept them around for these last 5-6 years. You know, us having conversations and growing together. They don't watch my child get beat because I got pregnant as soon as I got them. As soon as I started, you know what I'm saying? So they don't watch my baby grow up too.
Nah, that real, cause you know, in the industry like that too, you know, I'm one of the ones when I find somebody, I stick to them. I don't really like. Have you had an experience where somebody came to you before you ain't see them for a little minute, and you just knew like when they came back, like they done cheated on you or something like that? Or did they come back and try to have you fix something that somebody did on them, and then they just had to be like, yeah, I done stepped out on you.
Listen. Yeah, and I make them feel bad too, cause that's what you get. Cause what you go out there for? Hell, I messed up. You know, let me tell you something. It's crazy things is that when I'm learning my clients, it's like certain little things like somebody might have a Cali right here. You know what I'm saying? They might have a Cali right here, and you don't know it until you run over that guy and gap or something like that. Or you know, they might have a light spot they sensitive about, or they might have certain areas that don't grow the same. So when they go to other people and they allow somebody else to cut their hair, they mess it up and they understand why it's important to stick with one person because everybody right, exactly. Now they gonna cut your hairline back. Now you coming in here looking sad and crazy. And so we like, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta let that thing grow out about 2 more weeks, cause
right. Now you can be petty and be like, I'm gonna just go on and go over, but you at least tell them like, nah, just let it grow out some more, cause you can really be petty and just knock it, you know.
I could, but I ain't gonna do that because I love my people. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just gotta go out there to test the waters and see if the grass is green on the other side. But baby, we water grass over here. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, all you need to do is just water the relationship a little bit. The grass gonna be green on this side. Can't be just jumping all over the place. It's all good though. I welcome them back with open arms. We miss you.
Yeah, for real. Like, you know, I feel it, you know, I mean, you got your feeling hurt when you stepped outside. It's the work been done already.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You come on home. I will wait for you.
So when it comes to your creativity and meeting your clients, you know, needs and expectations, like how you balance all that, like I'm gonna really talk about in the beginning because you know all your clients that you have now, you know, y'all got a relationship and understanding, like you know what they want when they come in. But first starting night, like you know how you deal with people that be like, you know, either looking in the mirror all the time or trying to, you know, and be kind of critiquing and criticizing like a little bit here and there. Like you had to build the patience for people like that, or how you deal with it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say it's a little bit of a little two things. So when I first started, I had to find out what was my specialty. You know what I'm saying? What I'm good at. At first, when I first got out, because I am a barber stylist, I felt like I could do everything across the board. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you give me, I go watch a YouTube video. If I don't know something on it, and I, you know what I'm saying, be able to do it. Yeah. Now, years later, I have kind of shrunk what services I provide because I know what I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? And people have learned to trust me based off of that because I know what I'm good at. And you ask me to do some knotless braids, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna send you to the girl that like braiding for 12 hours straight with them long, long, teeny tiny braids. You have to go to her. Me, I just, like I said, I don't do lace front wigs. I don't do none of that kind of stuff. So I had to learn what I was good at specifically, and that helped my clients trust me to know that I'm gonna be straight up with you. If you ask me to do something I don't know how to do, I'm gonna say I don't know how to do that. I'm not going to sit there and try to do it. That's the problem with some. That's a problem with some stylists or barbers is that you go and show them a picture and they'll be like, okay, cool. I think I could make that happen. And then they don't be able to. And your client is not trusting you because you don't trust yourself. And,
Yeah.
I had to really learn that, confidence is a lot of the, is a part of the, I guess the career is a part of the style. When a person sits in your chair, you gotta know that you can do that. You can provide that service because your client is gonna be able to feel that energy. If you look like you're hesitant, or it looks like you really don't know, or you don't say it like a million times, dang, I don't think that's, you know what I'm saying? Not, it's just that hesitation. A client could feel that through their scalp and they gonna look in the mirror and be like, "Are you sure?" Or this look like this and that. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be confident. But that came over time. The way that I dealt with it, shoot, I was pretty open about it. You know what I'm saying? I think I was open with my clients, and if they had questions or if they felt like something wasn't consistent, or you know what I'm saying, shoot, we're gonna look it up together. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna look at the guy together. And two, I ask a lot of questions, and I think that is very important when you got somebody in your chair that's paying you money for a service. Um, I'm gonna be like, do you want to lower? Do you want to, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to lower than this? Or what I'm doing is they're gonna say, oh, well, I think I want this kind of fade. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna let you look at it, and you let me know if this is, going the way you want it to go, or we can make it shorter, or however, you know what I'm saying? I can cut it higher, or you know what I'm saying? I can braid it, you know what I'm saying, smaller or bigger. I'm big on questions, and I feel like that also helps your person build confidence with you. Is that you know what I'm saying, you not assuming, you know what I'm saying, the barber or the stylist not assuming what they think is best for the client. They should make sure they're asking their client, you know what I'm saying, is this okay with you? So that's helped over time. People critiquing me, they ain't no, I don't feel no type of way about being critiqued because I do feel like it'll make me better. So I'll be true.
Nah, it's a such thing as positive criticism too at the same time. I ain't gonna lie, when I first came like up to Georgia, it was like finding a new barber. So it's like, yeah, you gotta go here and there to figure it out. But one thing, like you say, when Bob be assuming this stuff, man, when they get to that line up, man, homie, why is you standing way by the entrance of the door, brother? Look at that bid. Why you standing around the corner? You gotta look 3 different, 4, 5, 8. Instead of getting the mirror and be like, bro, what you see? Because I can see what's going on too. Yeah, Bill take about 50 different looks and different angles.
Right. You know something going on. There's a way that I do the lineups, and I think that, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit more. I'm more comfortable doing it because I'm a girl, but I'm laying my clients back. I have to look at the hairline like down. Like I have to look at it like that to make sure the line going across. I will line it up looking straight at them or like standing in front of them, but my old barber friend, when I used to work in the barber shop, they used to be like, nigga, Jetta, they be like, Jetta, you so close. Why you so close? And it's like, because I need to see. Like, I need to make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, it's crispy clean or whatever. So, a lot of the times I put my clients back and I look at their hairline from above, and I do their lineup like that to make sure that it looks straight. So, and I know it's different. I know a lot of barbers don't do that because they do, you know what I'm saying? But also another thing is, hey man, I said back up. Um, with a lot of with me being a female, first of all, I'm short, so I kind of low key be right in front of these dudes trying to lean over and look. So I have to do their hair. I mean, I do their lineup from looking above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how you keep up with like the latest trends and techniques in the industry? Like when you see, when somebody might see something and come to you and be like, might be a new thing you done seen, or it might be your first time seeing it sometime. Like, do you like over time like add more into it and kind of, or it might be something that's feeding off something you already good at anyways. It's just a design feeding off that style.
Yeah. So in my last little years, things have definitely changed. Few things have changed as far as like hair, like enhancements and different things that they use to enhance the hairline.
Yeah.
Or saying the sprays and stuff like that. So when I initially first started, I was against enhancements. I was like, the whole purpose is to get a good cut without it. But I ain't gonna hold you. It be the babies. It be like little teenagers. It be like the little middle school kids,
Yeah.
little middle school kids that be coming to me and be like, I want the enhancements. I want the black stuff. And I'd be like, but you got a full hairline. What you need? You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, no, that's cool. I'd be like, is that like just a cool thing to do now? And they'd be like, yeah, even with the little white line. When they first came out, I was like, I ain't putting that shit on your forehead and you walking out here telling folks that I do that. But then again, you know what I'm saying? Over time, I started saying like the little kids like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. I incorporate that with me. I mean, with my stuff. But at first, I was against all of that. I was against all of that. But I was like, you need to learn. I was like feeling like barbers will mess up somebody's hairline.
Like
And
you
then,
hide something, you got something to hide type.
right. And then you going back and putting that stuff on there. And then not only that, is like a lot of barbers, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of barbers because I don't know. But I'm gonna say some barbers put the stuff that you can literally wipe off. Like as soon as you walk out of the barbershop. I'm like, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? You got to go find some stuff that's going to stick, that's going to stay, or find the method that is going to make it stay, make the hairline stuff stay. Like I said, the kids be putting me on. It really be the kids. And then the older men, then it's like it like be late to catch up with the older guys, but they eventually get with it. They be like, okay, yeah, they look nice.
Yeah.
And then, they'll go with it too.
Man, cause that older gen, but they be really stuck in their way. But then it's like I be feeling like, man, we gonna get there one day, cause man, the world changing so much. Like it's crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah, but the kids be putting me on. And then I do follow, what I'm saying? I do follow some barbers, what I'm saying, that I think are cool or whatever, and I be following the trends or what they got going on. So I just keep up with stuff like that. But I don't do haircuts all day, every day. I do a lot of haircuts, but I got clients that like their stuff specifically a certain type of way. I don't really do a whole lot of enhancements, but I do. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, like I said, I'll be getting people that switch stuff up. They come in and get the same thing every time they come. But that's why I like females. That's why I like when girls come in, because they be like, oh, I want this design. And I be like, bet. That's really my favorite. My favorite is cutting designs into females' hair. That's my favorite, because we be doing something different every time they come.
So can you share a particularly like memorable moment, or accomplishment from your journeys as a barber stylist?
Can I give you a specific moment?
Yeah, like a memorable moment where you felt like you accomplished like what you doing, like it made you feel fulfilling about it, like either from the client's feedback or just looking back like, damn, I'm here. Like,
okay, I felt like that when it was around time Corona came, because they closed down all of the barbershops. And that was my primary source of income. So I felt like that was my moment of like, I'm okay. I'm doing decent, because the barbershop closed down, and I was still able to pay all my bills because I still had clients coming to my house. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take all my barbershop stuff out, you know what I'm saying, to put it in my house, and I was still able. Still had clientele. I still had people coming. You know what I'm saying? I was still doing my mobile stops or whatever, and I was still paying my bills from just that. That's when I was like, okay, all right, I done got somewhere. And at that time, I had only been doing it for like a year, 2 years, and I had a baby, so I had to take some time off of that. But I had built my clientele up enough, and I was just like, shoot, now I'm here. Because, baby, them first couple years be crucial to you building your clientele. It's like, this is where you going to know if you going to make it or not. You know what I'm saying? Or if you going to keep trying, you know what I'm saying, or you going to give up. The first couple of years, because you mostly dependent on walk-ins, because don't nobody know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I would say my point was.
Yeah, I feel like the first anything you get yourself in when you kicking the door down, you gotta, like you say, is getting that clientele up, you know.
You gotta stay down and come up for real. You really, really, really do. Like you really gotta stay down.
Cause I like how you say that too. Cause a lot of folk just be want to skip to the end of the front of the line. Like, man, you came at the back of the line, you just want to walk right up, like it's just gonna be all good.
Hey, yeah, like no, like yeah, especially being a girl, shoot, you know what I'm saying? You first come in the door, you gotta. And luckily, the barbershop I was working in, we had a decent amount of people walking in the door. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was getting some clients. Yeah. Even if I was messing somebody up, shoot, I was getting somebody in my chair. But I did better. I didn't miss that many people up because people kept coming back. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But you gotta, and that's one thing. Like when I was graduating college, I was getting towards the last couple of semesters of college in Barber, and I still hadn't cut nobody hair for real. Like our school would take us to like older people homes and elderly centers or whatever to cut their hair, but it wasn't really like cutting hair for real. So last couple of semesters, we was in like what would look like an actual barbershop, and people would come in and get discount haircuts. And I remember one of my classmates, her name was Zan. And then she was like, man, you gotta cut. You gotta cut. You gotta cut somebody's hair. And I used to be like, man, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm gonna mess somebody's shit up. And sure enough, I did. But I started cutting. I had to start. I was just too, being nervous about messing somebody's head up. That was gonna stifle my growth. So her pushed me out there. Like I'll never forget her for that because she really was like, you gotta start. And I was like, man, you know what? You right. And I remember doing designs in the shop, like the practice shop, and people was like, dang, that came out nice, you did okay. And so I was like, shoot, I could do this, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes barbers don't jump into designs till they get well into they, you know what I'm saying, been cut for a minute. But the fact that I just jumped out there, I was like, you know what, I might be able to, you know what I'm saying, do a little something with the design. So I don't know, that helped. Just being pushed, just being, having classmates that encourage me. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, real. So how has your passion for barbering and styling evolved over time? From where you was the way you at now to this day.
Okay, well now I work a whole lot.
Yeah.
So before, you know what I'm saying, I had more time. I was just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? But now I work a whole lot, and I understand that. I mean, well, I want to perfect the business portion of it more than anything. I want to perfect the actual business. I tell my friends, like, I want my stuff to run like a corporate business. You know what I'm saying? I'm declaring that I'm a millionaire. So, with manifesting that comes challenges, and it's making me see through all of the specifications, like the real important deep stuff that don't nobody give to you for real. Like we scan over it, and when I went to Atlanta Tech, so I know we scanned over the business portion of it, but that part right there is really important. Your accountant, your CPA, or the person that's gonna do your taxes, people that's gonna help you market, all of that stuff is important. Like keeping up with your expenses. I would suggest QuickBooks. That's all I'm gonna get on. having my schedule down to like the times and the, having somebody respond or having the system send me notifications when people are asking questions or changing their dates or times or, people just knowing your availability, you being consistent, getting up and going. Like the business portion is very important to being a barber. A lot of barbers don't really take that serious, and even though they may build a clientele, there's a certain type of clientele you build with different types of habits. So you having good habits will build you up a good clientele. You having bad habits gonna build you up a bad clientele. You know what I'm saying?
And then come out, bro. I got you next week, man. You know how good for it.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might, I ain't throwing no shade nowhere, but I just know, like I just said, good habits bring good clientele, bad habits to bring bad clientele, okay clientele, whatever the case is. I just know that I am passionate about it, being a barber stylist, but eventually you got to come up with an end game. And I want passive income. You know what I'm saying? So I do realize that this is just a step in my success story. You know what I'm saying? It's not the success story. So, coming up with some type of products to sell or something that can, make me money while I'm asleep. That's the end goal. Trying to go to sleep and wake up with, some money in my bank account I ain't have in there last night.
Yeah, and I see you selling the merch and stuff too. You got the merch available and all that.
Yep, I got barber hoodies, barber shirts. Coming up with some different things for the summer coming up here soon. So with the shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, it was literally one day a client canceled on me a big cancellation, like a 2-3 hour cancellation. I was like, I needed a certain amount of money before the end of the day. So I was like, man, shoot, I'm gonna go out here and see what I could do. And I might have went to a few different barbershops. In like an hour and a half, I had came up real good. So I was like, man, I'm finna, I'm finna push this. This finna be the move, you know what I'm saying? Because, I love my clients, don't get me wrong, but I do calculate things based off the hour. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, in the average hour, how much I'm making per hour. Or if I was working 40 hours a week, which my schedule is kind of like, I think I got like 50 something hours availability a week. But I be calculating how much my hourly rate is, and I be like, I need to give myself a raise every year. It need to be a substantial raise. Like if I was working at a warehouse or, you know what I'm saying, on a corporate job or something like that, and they'd be like, okay, we're gonna give you a 3% raise or we're gonna give you a 4% raise. I'd be like, I want to beat that every year. Yeah, that's what the goal is to eventually. I need the most of my money need to be made while I'm asleep, closing my eyes up, or while I'm working. I ain't even touched, I ain't talked to nobody or nothing like that. The system just working for me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's like you yourself is the brand though too. Like you say, when you attract and whatever, it's like the foundation is you. So the whole empire is based off you. What you know what I mean? So it's everything you stand for, all the stuff that you good, all that stuff represents you. So like you say, it attracts what you get. If a person ain't standing on whatever with what they doing, they gonna get. You gonna receive what you putting into it.
Absolutely, without a doubt, and I truly believe that 100%. Definitely, I'm definitely a spiritual person. I believe in karma. I believe in the universe. I believe in manifestation. I believe in positive energy. I read energy. I feel energy. So all of that good stuff. And I always say all the time, the universe only send me good clients. Like I don't even have them type of. I don't have bad clients. So the universe gonna send me good people. And every situation that I put in, every situation that, all the paths that I go on is specific to my story and is specifically to help me get to where I want to be, which is a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to live peacefully. Yeah. When I get in my 50s, by the time my child turns into a teenager, I'm be living a peaceful life. That's the only thing my teenager gonna be the only one that's gonna be probably causing me stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's a quartz right though. I've been watching that stone. That's a quartz.
Which one?
You got a
on my
stone.
neck.
Yeah, that is a stone. That's a stone right there.
I don't
The,
have no stones on my neck.
the other one, the other piece, the piece at
This
the
one,
bottom, the piece at the
this,
bottom. Yeah, that's a stone.
nah, this is called a cartouche.
Okay, I thought that was a quartz. I was looking at it like that's
Yeah,
quartz because I was looking at.
no, this is it's in Arabic. That's my name in Arabic. It's
Oh,
yeah, my daddy brought that back from Kuwait,
tight.
and shoot, I think maybe like 99, 2000.
Yeah,
I don't know. He brought that back a long time ago. Yo, it's a cartouche. It's like the little scrolls that they write down
yeah,
stuff. Like back in the day, used to write hieroglyphics and stuff like that. But it's in Arabic. It says my name. So every now and then when I go to the gas station, they'll be like, "Oh, that's my name." I'll be like, "Okay,
yeah.
okay,
You know them hieroglyphics and stuff, them messages for
right."
real.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so looking back on your journey, like what advice would you give to your younger self? You know, as if you were just starting out, like the stuff that you learned, what would you tell your younger self then? With everything you know about what's going on.
Mm-hmm. If I could sell myself again, like man, I ain't gonna hold you. I'd be like, don't give up. Cause like I said, I went to college.
Yeah.
I started college when I first got out of high school. And then I dropped out. And I waited 8 years and graduated 10 years later from the initial graduation date. My
Yeah.
initial graduation date. So I just be like, man, don't give up, stick with it. I think I think when you get out your mama house, when you leaving your mama house or whatever you getting off of, you turn into an adult or whatever, it gives you this false sense of freedom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the freedom. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But at the same time, that freedom sometimes will make you just be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
I was so hell bent on being grown and having the ability to make my own decisions that I made some decisions that that kind of slowed me down. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
one of those decisions was not finishing college because I just could. I could not. I could drop out today if I wanted to and did not care. When I did that though, I lost my Hope scholarship that I had, which they have in Georgia. If you got decent grades, you know what I'm saying, you can get a Hope scholarship. They'll pay for your school. I
Yeah.
lost my Hope scholarship. I used my Pell Grant on dumb stuff, and Pell Grant is also free money. So when I got back, I had to beg for these folks to help me get through my last semester as an adult, like as a grown up. I had to beg them folks. They weren't gonna let me get through school, but I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's just that if I could go back and tell my younger self anything, it'd be like, just don't give up and just stick with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you could be outside. Yeah, you could go have fun. You could stay up, get drunk all night. But stay your ass in school. Finish school. Finish. Just finish. Finish.
So you already done manifested, in the future, we have you on there too. You kind of hit the question before I even asked it, but like what you manifest with yourself before the year out though. Like, we believe in the power of the tongue though, anyways, over here. So you gotta speak it.
I want to be. I'm going to be worth $1 million. Now, I say million. That's my word. I'm sticking to it. The reason why I say that, I'm gonna tell you a little backstory. Is
Yeah.
that as far as affirmations go and manifesting goes, like I've got myself to a place, and this has taken time for me, but saying, like, really believing over and over again that things are gonna work out for me, and it started small. It started with like, oh, watch when I get here, my parking spot gonna be waiting on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever heard of this TV show this movie called The Secret?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, well, you got to go look up The Secret. So anyway, I had watched this little documentary on that, and it was basically saying whatever you speak, whatever you saying, you use your tongue to say things, it happens that way. It's when you say it, it's gonna happen that way. So anyway, I started small. I used to be like, man, watch, it's gonna be a parking spot waiting on me. At this point, you battling yourself because of doubt. You sometimes doubt will come in and be like, oh, you really believe it just because you said it's gonna work, or things don't work out like that. You know what I'm saying? But I started to fight myself on that doubt shit. You know what I'm saying? And I kept doing it. I kept on doing it. I kept on being like, you know what? It's gonna be a parking spot waiting on me. And I stopped doubting myself. I started being like, no, my parking spot gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And over time, it started working. For instance, this year on my birthday, I went to the aquarium because it's free on birthdays. The aquarium is free on your birthday. So I was like, man, whatever my day is gonna be laid out for me. I'm getting all the free stuff. I'm doing all the free shit. I'm going to the aquarium and I'm gonna have a good ass parking spot when I get there. Yeah. And when I tell you my parking spot was right in front of the building, I literally got out my car and walked across the street. It wasn't one of them $20 parkings. It was a parking spot on the side of the street. And it was actually a parking spot that was like two parking spots in one. So technically it was illegal because one number was right there, but it was enough space for my truck. Yeah. So I'm going to the parking machine trying to pay for me some parking time, and my nails, I lost my card in the machine. Like I couldn't get the card back out of the machine because of my nails. So I'm staying here with this parking ticket thing for like 5 minutes. Like, bro, what the hell? Like, I can't get it out. This random girl pulled out. I was like, man, can you please get my Visa card out the goddamn machine? Anyway, she got it out. I was sitting there. You don't even have to put the numbers off the street on the parking ticket thing. But I finally got it out. Finally paid for my ticket. I got back in the car to put my little ticket in the window shield so they don't take my shit. And as soon as I did that, the person that was in front of me moved. They drove off. So it's like, man, I pulled up in the parking spot, and that's when my parking spot was literally right in front of everything. Like, it was perfect. It was just like, man, I've gotten so good at manifesting these parking spots and other stuff too, because, you know, in my life when stuff happened, I'd be like, I ain't gonna worry about it. It's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Because things always work out for me. God always in my corner. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But these parking spots are starting to get to a certain point. I'm starting to get like a little, you know what I'm saying, interested. Like, you know what? I'm finna jump. I'm finna say I'm a millionaire. Yeah. Let's see what it take me. Let's see what it do. And in my brain, I ain't gonna hold you. It's still a little bit of doubt. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't make $1 billion now. I don't make close to, I'll make half this shit. See, I don't even make $250,000 right now. But at the same time, the way my brain set up is like, shoot for the moon, you'll hit a star. You know what I'm saying? So even if I don't make $1 million, I'm guarantee I'm gonna at least double what I made last year. I'm gonna at least double that shit. You know what I'm saying? When I say I'm a millionaire, it might not be that I got $1 million in cash in my hand. It might be that I grow my business so well that somebody might want to buy my shit for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Or my products are worth $1 million. Or I got $1 million worth of products out there. You know what I'm saying? So shoot. Or I fuck around and get $1 million worth of credit. You know what I'm saying? Business credit, or you know what I'm saying? Anything. So I'm a millionaire. That's my next thing. That's what I'm moving towards. That's what I'm gonna be. That's my goal for the end of the year. Another goal I have is to just have all my T's and my T's crossed and my I's dotted. Yes, I am a barber stylist in East Point, Georgia, but at the same time, I don't want to just be that. You know what I'm saying? I want people to come to my website and it look like you just jumped on Target.com. You know what I'm saying? My products and stuff be, you know, or I had to learn that you got to pay people for what you want to do. Yeah. So the way I want my website to look, all pretty and corporate and professional, I got to pay somebody to do that, because all this stuff you see, all the stuff that I've done, I'm going to say I done did 85% of that. I done made my website up. You know what I'm saying? I done set there long nights and made sure I put all the descriptions in, and you know what I'm saying, make sure it's on Google correctly and all that kind of stuff. Man, no. When you want your haircut, when you want your locks done, you go find somebody to do it. You won't sit in your head and try to do your own locks. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I decided for this year. I'm not going to keep on doing my own marketing. I'm not going to do that. I don't know how to do that good. That's not my expertise. I don't get excited about doing that. I got to go find somebody that's excited to do that. With my bookkeeping, with all the technology stuff, email blasts and all that kind of stuff, I have to go to somebody that's excited to do that. I can no longer do that. That is not my field. I'm not excited about that. It don't make me excited. I don't know nothing about it. I gotta go give it to somebody else and not do it. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
and that's like the way of the world though, because it's like the same as you provide your service to people. People don't know how to cut it, they're gonna have to come to you. It's like whatever you don't know how to do, you're gonna have to pay somebody for, but at the same time, it's a return to you too, in a sense.
Mhm. Yeah, it is.
It's like all we doing is exchanging, stuff with each other. For real.
Absolutely. God is giving everybody a talent, you know what I'm saying, in a specific field. We really supposed to barter. You know what I'm saying? We really not supposed to be paying money for shit, but hey, it is a capitalistic
I know, right?
America.
Well, well, what I say? He said we're paying for grapes.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that they just love growing goddamn grapes. They love growing grapes, but they need their haircut too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm supposed to be getting a pack of grapes for a haircut. That's just how it's supposed to be going. Speaking of grapes, shoot, I got something I need to be eating right now. The grapes high as fuck too. And don't try to get some seeds in them.
Man,
The seeds making them like $8.
Yeah, they slap organic on that because they gotta see. And then not even that, you feel me? The economy itself, like damn, before the pandemic, these grapes were $2. These been like $8 now. The same.
What? Fuck it. I'm eating the grapes in the store. Don't even worry about it. I ain't even leaving with the bag. Don't worry about it.
Hey, that's real.
Yeah.
But, any special shout outs or recognition you would like to give to those who've been supporting you, been in your corner, along the way of your journey?
I ain't hear you. It was an airplane going by. What you say?
Any special recognition or shout outs you would like to give to people that have been supporting you in your corner?
Yes. Special recognition. Shoot. I ain't gonna hold you. The class that I went to school with, the barbering class that I went to school with, definitely was encouraging. We turned into a low key like friend family. You know what I'm saying? They definitely helped me a lot. Yeah, they helped me. The second barbershop I went to, the one that was off Cleveland Avenue, we was definitely a family. I love that environment so much. And now that I'm in the suite, I do be missing the barbershop feel, but I did grow out of it. You know what I'm saying? And the type of conversations we was having, and especially in front of my clients. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of wasn't going well with my brand, but that first barbershop. Man, I mean, the second barbershop I worked at, that was amazing. I enjoyed myself so much. It was literally like the barbershop. It was this one dude named Will I worked with. Man, I remember one time the man stole my orange juice. Oh, it was grape juice. It was grape juice. He stole my grape juice out the refrigerator, and I was pregnant. I feel like our clients would come for the shenanigans too. But I remember coming out of that door with it, talking about saying you done drunk my grape juice. And it was like, it was parallel to the barbershop movie so much.
I was just thinking about it. Who drank my apple?
It really was. That joint was crazy. Like we had our old heads in there. Shout out to Ty. It was this a barber that she called herself the Lady Barber. She had been a barber for 25 years when I came in and worked next to her, and it really helped me because her being a female and being fine. Like I was literally watching everything she was doing. She was right next to me. She low-key was my mentor and didn't know. She was so sweet too. You know what I'm saying? She is still so sweet. She's still sweet. I might call her when I get off this thing. But anyway, yeah, she was definitely a big influence. Too, you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate everybody because in a certain way they affected my outlook on it. You know what I'm saying? Stacy, she used to be in the barbershop with me. She was the other loctician that was in there with me. And she definitely inspired me. I inspired her. We were just like feeding off each other's growth and energy. And eventually, we all separated now, but mostly it was because of coronavirus. But the people who I was around who had the same momentum, even when they didn't have the same momentum, maybe had a slower momentum or whatever the case is, I learned from everybody. I took something from everybody's experience and it helped build me to be who I am in the barber industry now.
Nah, that's real though. You feel me? Like everything shaped and molded you, that sound like all your experiences, whether it was good, bad, but in the end, it's like it was all well worth it, to get you where you going. But I say it was definitely an honor to have you on the show. It's Jetta the Barber. isitsaltorsugar on Instagram. Make sure y'all click that link, shop for the merch. Even if you in the Atlanta area or you traveling to Georgia, make sure y'all book an appointment with her, so you can get your locks right, fade right, do everything. You feel me? But most definitely, wish you much more success in what you're doing, keep manifesting that million, you feel me? Because when it drop, I feel like you're gonna be ready for it because you got your mind.
Yeah. Come back to me same time next year. We'll talk about it. I'm gonna be somewhere, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be that, you know what I mean? Definitely
much success to you too.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
We trying to bridge the gap over here, instead of complaining about what we going like, we being the difference. Like I ain't one of the ones that just I feel like I'm hating if I just sit back and be pointing everything I don't like about the culture. Like, you know what? Let me just change the momentum right here. You feel me? That's why we season 5 over 100 episodes. You feel me? So we definitely doing it. You know what I mean? But
I can't wait to see what y'all doing next year. Right. At the same time next year.
Right. Nah, most definitely. We don't even know. Stuff just done dropped on us out of nowhere. You feel me? So it's just like I'm ready though, for real.
That's what's up.
But yeah, last but not least, before we get you out of here though, you know what I mean? We definitely had to give you your flowers, I feel like everybody is important. Everybody deserves that stage and that limelight. You feel me? Like I don't look at because they this, they that. Like everybody is that. You feel me? If you feel like you that, like, I feel like everybody's, amazing, especially if they got some type of motion going, because we all started with an idea. So but yeah, last but not least, before I get you out of here, what does the word underdog mean to you, or when you hear the word underdog?
When I feel like the odds are against you and you beat the odds. The odds are against you and you beat the odds. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you might not have everything that you need to get there, but you figure out a way to get there. And you get the things that you need on the way. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it.
Y'all heard for real. Season 5, episode 10, Master Stylist featuring Jetta the Barber. You feel me? Appreciate you, Queen. Most definitely enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll definitely keep in touch and tap in with you.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you for having me on.
Most definitely appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granted. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened, I got stoned around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause they don't got no curfew. Gold mouth,